Hello everyone, welcome back to Enginuity Lab. In today's video, we will work on Sketcher Exercise Part 14 in CATIA V5. This exercise will help you master arcs, slots, symmetry, geometric constraints, and dimensional control. All essential skills for mechanical design interviews and real projects. Let's get started. Let's first analyze the drawing which we are going to create today. Today we are going to create this sketch in our Sketcher exercise or in Sketcher workbench, where you can see the central geometry is a circle here of diameter 22.4 and another circle is diameter 35.2. These two, we will create these two on the center or origin of our sketch, and this will control the entire sketch. Okay, so and there are another two circle below to it. This is of diameter 14.4 and diameter 32. There are two elongated holes on the horizontal axis. One is this is radius 8.8 and this is 17.6, and the distance between the two holes or the length of the elongated hole is 12 mm for both one. Same way on the left side we have two cylindrically elongated hole which is of radius 8.8 and radius 17.6, but the angle between the angle for the cylindrical hole is 40 degree. Actual edge we have fillets. Here it are 16, here are 24, a tangent line here, and there is an arc of radius 13.2 and another fillet of radius 12.8. Also, these are separated by horizontal and vertical distances. Like here, the cylindrical elongated hole is 56 mm from the origin on horizontal axis. Here, this circle, the below circle is 15.2 mm from the vertical axis. Actual edge, the distance between the cylindrical hole and the elongated hole is 114.4 mm here on horizontal axis. So let's get started. Go to CATIA, start mechanical design and part design. Here I am renaming this one as Sketcher Exercise 14 and click on OK. To go to the Sketcher workbench, click on any plane. Here I am clicking on the XY plane and then click on the sketch tool to go into the Sketcher workbench, and first we will create two axis lines. The first one on the horizontal axis and the second one on the vertical axis. We have two axis lines for our reference. These are construction lines, as you know. Now let's create the central geometry. Central geometry is a circle here and another circle. There are two circles at the center of our sketch, and the diameter of this one is 22 mm and the diameter of the outer circle is 35.2 mm. We have two circles created here. Okay, now we will create this circle, these two circles at below. So these are, let's create two circles here, another circle both are concentric to each other, and the dimension is 15.2 mm on the vertical axis. Okay, and the diameter for these two are 14.4 and 32. So double click on the constraint. This is 14.4, this one is 32. Now this dimension is 15.5 and the vertical distance is not given. So we will give this distance HR. Here you can see the vertical distance is not given. So we will create a distance, or we can analyze what should be the distance here. Okay, like here you can see this is on 40 degree and this is going to this one. So we'll give the vertical distance later after creating this sketch, or we'll make it tangent or something. So next one is to create two elongated holes on the horizontal axis. So what I will do, here you can find the horizontal elongated holes on the horizontal axis. First click on the first point, then click on the second point, then give the slot width or radius. Same way, click on another elongated hole, click on the first point and click on the second point. These two should be coincide to each other so that we can able to create it easily. You can give this length or you can give the radius. Both are same. If I delete these two dimensions and I want to give this radius and this radius, then also it is okay. Here what is the outer radius is 17.6 and the inner is 8.8. This one is 8.8 and this is 17.6. So now we create the sketch and the horizontal distance is from the vertical line to this one. We have a distance here. This is not given, but it is 12 on this and it is given from the other end. So we can calculate it as well. 114 minus 52, 56. But we will give this distance from this one. So first, now delete this one. Distance between these 2 points of elongated hole is 12 mm. Now we will create the cylindrical elongated hole. For that, click on the center point here of our object or the sketch, then give the radius and click on the horizontal line and then give the this one, and okay, again the same way create another one and click on the same points so that it will coincide to each other and make symmetry of that one, concentricity of that one. Now we will create another axis line which will coincide with the second point of the cylindrical elongated hole to give the angle value here. Next one, next double click on the constraint tool. Okay, now click on this point, double click on the constraint tool, click on the one point and click on the vertical axis. This is 56 mm. Okay, and also This is radius 8.8 and this is radius 17.6 and the angle, this is 40 degree. As you see, we click on the same points correctly, so it is turns to green easily. Otherwise you have to make it coincidence the points again and again. Okay, in this way now this is created, and the distance between this point and this point, this is 111.4, first point and the second point. There is a coincident tangency is created here, so we will remove that tangency, otherwise this will create problem. This is 111.4. Something is wrong here. Like this line is tangents, creating tangency to this one. So let's click and check. This is the tangency which is creating problem to us. We don't need this tangency here. And these two lines are horizontal, should be. These two HL, make them horizontal. Okay. Now what's left? Keep this dimension again, 8.8. Now you can see it turns to green. Because of that tangency created automatically, we are facing the over constraint problem. Now if I give the dimension 111.4, now you can say, see, it is created easily here also 111.4. Okay. Now this two circle, should go to offside, or we can make it tangent to this one. First delete this dimension and we can take it to here. You can see if I make tangent to this one, then it will create correctly. So what I will do, I will click on this line and click on this one. Okay, and I will make a tangency here. Then you can see it is fully constant. Don't need to do, give the vertical dimension. Okay, now next is to create this arc. The center of this arc is the center of our sketch, where we will create 13.2 radius. I will create a circle which is of radius 31.2. So I will create a circle here, and you can see this is creates a tangent to this one. So remove the tangency and give the dimension. This is radius, change the diameter to radius, and 31.2. Okay, this is 31.2, and there is a tangent line from this circle to the elongated whole circle. So I will create a tangent line to this one to this one. Okay, Now this line and this circle is tangent to each other. For that, create the tangency. As you know, we can create the tangency in constant definition window. By using this constant definition window dialog box, we can create the tangency. And let's check, yes, this is created perfectly. Now we will give the now we can give the fillets. First one, there are 3 fillets here. One is 12.8, 16 and 24. For that, what I will use, I will click on the corner tool, double click, and here I will choose the no trim and create one by one. This one, then this one, and then this one. Okay. Now use the multi constant, edit multi constant. For this radius, this is 26.117 now. This is 12.8, 16 and 24. So this is 12.8, this is 16, this is 24. Okay, you can see by using the edit multi constant, we can edit the multiple constant here, and all are created by one command. Now use the quick trim tool, double click on the quick trim, so we can trim this one, this one. Now our sketch is created completely and fully in green. At this sketch, your sketch turns to green, means it's fully constant. If not, look for missing tangent constant, alignment constant or reductant dimension. Here you can see all the tangency and green, all are in green, so we don't need to do anything. And there you go, Sketcher exercise part 14 completed successfully. This type of profile is commonly used in bracket, linkage and automotive components. If you found this video helpful, like, share and subscribe to Enginuity Lab. Thank you for watching Enginuity Lab. See you in next exercise.